And then follow up for Christopher. Again, a general question for you, Chris. I wanted to find out, what would you say makes a career in this industry rewarding for you so far?
Well, certainly the fact that I'm still working, not at the moment, but have been able to continue working means a lot to me. I've always admired actors who, may have their moment of, flash and great success, but above all, keep sustaining their work, doing their work. And an actor, fortunately, does not have a cutoff time. There's not a retirement age. You just keep going until you can't go anymore, and which is fully what I intend to do. And hopefully, the work will be forthcoming. It's just to be able to sustain a career and keep working, which I love doing so much, and discovering new roles and discovering yourself in the process is very rewarding.
That's great. Listen, John, Christopher, again, thank you again for your time. A pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you do have a question, you can press *1 at this time. And next we'll go to the line of Tara Bennett from SFX Magazine. Please go ahead.
Hi, gentlemen. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks, Tara.
Just wanted to ask, with television, it's always such a challenge. A guest comes in, you don't get a rehearsal time and such, but how do you work with that short period of time to build what your characters have this lifelong rapport that needs to come across as quickly as possible? Did you guys work props or have any conversations about things to do that will just kind of spend some time together, go to lunch, things that allowed you to kind of at least get your own relationship cooking so you could put that on the screen?
The answer is no. The pace at which we work is that it's terribly difficult to get actors. Someone with Chris's depth of experience and ability probably makes it look easy, but I'm sure it's not. But to walk into an established ensemble, and there is no rehearsal, and we rarely meet each other until we actually go onto the show. So it's pretty tough going. What do you think, Chris?
I just want to comment something that made me think earlier. That the two characters we play are so vastly from different worlds, utterly from different worlds, and yet I really, something I so much enjoyed while we were working together are these two kind of aging souls in their complicated worlds individually, but how that there seemed to be a common ground. There's something that was kind of a bond developing between these two characters in spite of their differences. I don't know. When I come into a show that where I haven't met any of the actors or whatever, I just try to really zero in on the script and what is expected of the character I'm going to play, and hopefully, keep my focus on that, and friendships and developments, things develop from that. Everybody's happy if everybody's bringing in the work that they're expected to give, and so I just try to keep my focus on what is expected of this character and try to fulfill that.
Just to follow up with Chris, you've done television, as a guest, but also, of course, with Taxi and such. Do you ever think about going back into the grind of TV? Did Fringe kind of spark, the thought that maybe you'd like to get back into doing it more regularly, or do you prefer the jump in and the jump out of being a guest actor?
If the right part came along with a great team of writers and a cast and director with a character that I love doing, incidentally, as we speak, I would jump on it. That it doesn't come up often. Taxi was like so many series that are really successful. They're one out of hundreds, that get through all the trial and error, grind and find a niche. But if one comes along, I'm certainly not going to turn it down.
Thank you so very much, both of you.
Thank you. And our next question comes from the line of Henry Hanks from CNN.com. Please go ahead.
Hi, guys. Thanks so much for talking to us today.
Welcome, Henry.
For Christopher, first, having your background, one of your most famous characters, Doc Brown in Back to the Future, you're able to create this over-the-top character and comedic character, yet you're able to make him seem like a real person. And now you're in a science fiction program here that's more dramatic, and there's still, some very outlandish scenarios going on. What would you say is the secret to sort of bringing these outlandish characters or outlandish scenarios and making them seem real?
I don't know. I feel like I've witnessed a lot of people in my own life who are pretty much on the edge at one time or another. And I just try really hard to find the reality of the character. How he perceives things and the way he feels about things, and try to put that all together and create a person, a character. It's something I do kind of whatever the role is. It's just a matter of the way I work, and I know a lot of other people work the same way. So no matter how outlandish or far out the character is, there is somewhere a spine of reality which I try to connect with and hope for the best.
Okay. Would you say the same, John?
I think I've just listened to the perfect answer. Yeah, absolutely. What Christopher said is that you find the truth in the character, and it doesn't matter where. And I love Christopher's comment of having contacted many people during his life who were on the fringe or going through stages, and that's the observation you make. So I think that's exactly the right answer. And
any tidbits you can give us, John, on the alternate universe and Walternate, and any of we're going to be seeing more of that?
Okay, yes, I can give you a little. We can't resist the alternate universe, and having created it, we have to go back there because there's this huge conflict. We will go back. The character of Walternate will be developed. I think at this stage he's seen as just this really sort of nasty, cool man. We'll give you a little bit more. We'll give you a lot more background on why he's like he is over the course of the season. And we spend a few episodes back in the alternate, some wonderful episodes back in the alternate universe. So I think you've got that to look forward to as the season goes through.
Definitely look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And our next question comes from the line of Joshua Maloney from Niagara Frontier. Please go ahead.
Hey, guys. Thanks for your time today.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm a little late to the call, so I apologize if these questions have been asked before. Christopher, as a critic and as a fan, I find it to be such an amazing show, a great cast and a great crew. As an actor, what did you sort of see, or what did you sort of develop or learn? How did you, as an actor, did you find that this cast and crew was different, was better than some of the other ones you've worked with?
I don't. It's tough to evaluate. They're all. Every group is different in one way or another. Most of my work was John Noble, and I just felt so secure and confident and comfortable working with him. It really helped me get into the role of this man who's kind of lost and given up on life in a way. And the entire cast was very supportive, and the director very much so, and of course, a wonderful script to work with. So, if those are all in place, it's sort of a little bit of heaven. It's what we all wish for when we come to work the first day.
Right. And John, with all due respect to cable and the shows that are on there that are good, that get, the awards and whatnot, you really give a brilliant performance week in and week out, and you haven't, I think, received some of the accolades that you deserve. But when we talk about things like Emmy Award nominations and other type of awards, is that important to you? And if so, how important is it in the scope of your career and all the things that you're doing?
Well, of course it would be beautiful. At this stage of my career, at my age, I don't know that it's going to make a great deal of difference, but of course, it's lovely to be recognised with awards, but I can't live for that. I can't live for those things, and what I do is the work, and it never stops me from trying to improve my work. The fact that someone bypasses me in an award, and really, I think the whole of Fringe, many divisions of the Fringe team could be recognised by awards, and haven't been yet. But maybe we will be, because there's some amazing people work right throughout the whole the Fringe company. So we'll see. Time may tell.
All right. Well, it's an amazing show. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys together on screen. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. And our next question comes from the line of Molly Willow from Fancast. Please go ahead.
Hi, Mr. Lloyd. I wanted to ask sort of another Doc Brown question. I wondered if you're a fan of sci-fi, if it gravitates to you, or if you gravitate towards it. I mean, how do you end up with these great sci-fi roles?
Well, I don't know exactly how I end up with some of these roles. It mystifies me sometimes, but I am a fan of sci-fi. I love being taken into a strange world. And when it's done with imagination and credibility, I love being taken on that trip into a sci-fi film. I always have. It's when a good sci-fi film comes out, I go to the theater and I sit down. I'm looking forward to a great ride of imagination, and so I've always been a fan in that respect.
Okay, thanks. I also wanted to ask, since you two have two of the more memorable mad scientist characters that I can think of in the last few decades, was there any comparing of mad scientist notes?
No, not really. I think we just blended.
Okay.
Oh, no, we didn't talk about that. We just sort of seemed to understand each other instinctively from the moment we were on set. So, yeah, that was what happened.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And our final question will come from the line of Charlie Jane Anders from IO9. Please go ahead.
Oh, hi. Thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us today. I have a couple of questions for John. First of all, we haven't seen that much of Walter, being in charge of massive dynamics so far. I'm wondering if we're going to see more of, that side of his life, and whether he's going to be torn between spending time in his lab and running this giant corporation. Do you think there's going to be more of that?
Could you imagine a world with Walter running massive dynamics?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
I think it's just as well we haven't seen much of it. I think it's really very fortunate we've got Nina there, really. Look,
right.
He does go back in there occasionally, and well, without giving too much away, we've just, in fact, shot a scene last night, which is a wonderful scene in massive dynamic and showing just what sort of a CEO Walter is. I can't see it before, but it's very, very funny. And he's not the most responsible CEO in the world, so let's hope he doesn't get too much say.
I can't wait to see that. And the other question is, you touched on a little bit how we're going to delve more into Walternet's character in the upcoming episodes. And, Walternet, I think, is one of the most compelling, even apart from Walternet is one of the most compelling characters on television right now. And, it seems like, is Walternet kind of losing his grip, like, now that he's had to kill Broyles? It seems like he's starting to lose his grip and kind of fall apart. Are we going to see some of that?
You won't see him falling apart. What you will learn more of what made Walternet what he is, and you'll see some humanization of the man. That behind that steel exterior, there are decisions that he makes that are very, very difficult. And we've done some terrific scenes which don't soften him, but help to understand that he is in fact a man, not a machine. I hope, and I don't know, but I would hope that there is a resolution between Walter and Walternet, because obviously playing them both, I don't see either of them as bad men. Obviously men are misguided, but it would be great to have some reconciliation. I don't know if that'll happen, but that would be my ideal.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.